everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Williams Wrestling Rewind here. And I'm sorry I didn't get a video of this out last week or the week before when they had their WWE releases. So I'm gonna give it my honest opinion and a deep dive into all these releases. Plus I'm gonna cover the 4 releases that happened yesterday. So we had 24 releases, add another 4 more. We had 28 releases in a span of 2 weeks. Why was that? Was it budget cuts? Was it money reasons? Either one of those, I think you'll hit the nail right on the head with it. So the first one that came as shock to everybody, and including myself, Kairi Sane. Why did they get rid of Kairi Sane? I can't answer that. It's not like she was not doing nothing. She was in the middle of a major storyline, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna release you. Was it a contract coming up? Did they want to restructure it? We don't know. It sucks that she got released. Word is that she's over in Japan now. She's living back over in Japan. So let's see where that goes with her. Come after 90 days. Is she gonna continue to wrestle? Is she gonna show up in New Japan again, or Stardom, or MLW, or one of the other promotions? We'll wait and see. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Kairi Sane get released. They should have paid that off at WrestleMania. I wonder if they knew that they were going to release Kairi Sane even before WrestleMania. And if that's the case, that's pretty sad. And the next group that kind of people are still talking about it is the Wyatt Six: Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas, Nikki Cross, Dexter Lumis, Eric Rowan, and Joe Gacy. Does it suck for the Wyatt Six to get released? It sucks for anybody to get released and lose their jobs. That's never fun. It's terrible. I feel bad for people who have to suffer through that. But the Wyatt Six, they had a ceiling. They hit that ceiling before, and they weren't going to go any higher with that. Instead of WWE just doing what they could with them and maybe branching Dexter Lumis, Joe Gacy out by themselves, and maybe let Nikki Cross wrestle a match. Nikki Cross last wrestled a match over 2.5 years ago. Let that process in the mind. 2.5 years ago, Nikki Cross wasn't injured, wasn't nothing. Why didn't she wrestle in over 2.5 years? If you can come up with a reason, let me know. But yeah, that's just shocking. Out of all the Wyatt Six, my favorite was Dexter Lumis. I mean, it's when you don't talk, that's really going to hurt you in the long run. I mean, Bo Dallas, some fans thought that, Uncle Howdy was going to be WWE champion. I never saw that. Certain other wrestling fans didn't see that. It's Uncle Howdy he did it for Bray, but it's WWE had no idea what to do with this group. It's the best thing that they came out with them is when they debuted on Monday Night Raw, where they massacred everybody in the back. It looked like a horror movie. Everybody was going crazy. It was enjoyable. I liked it. After that, it went completely downhill at a slow speed. Uncle Rowan, they brought Uncle Rowan back, Eric Rowan back. I don't know what plans they had. This is the second or third time they're bringing him back. He fit the character, but it was just there. I mean, Joe Gacy was coming to Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy was great in NXT. He was very well loved. He wasn't your top guy, but he was your tag team and a little above that. And then they paired him off with the Wyatt Six, and it was like, what do you do with him? I mean, they had all these vignettes on the VHS tapes of these men and women. Okay, then what? What are we going to do with them? I think the really thing that killed the Wyatt Six was Bo Dallas was injured for a little bit, and they took all 4 of them off TV. You could have been doing more with them. They didn't have to wait for Uncle Howdy to come back from injury, and then it's like, oh, Uncle Howdy's good. We're gonna bring them all back now. Like, no, you don't do that. And it's was there other reasons why they released? There was other reasons why they released that TKO doesn't see the purpose of spooky and horror stuff. That could be the reason why the Wyatt Six, Aleister Black, and Selena Vega got released. They're gonna find work for them. Everybody here who I'm gonna read off is gonna possibly find work done themselves or just find something else. Uh, Aleister Black and Selena Vega. I it was a little shocking to see them, but it's I saw their name on the list. I'm like, oh, they got released. Okay, that wasn't uh kind of really wasn't surprised with that a little bit. I mean, Aleister Black and Selena Vega basically just took the spot of Karrion Kross and Scarlett. They slotted one horror spooky couple out and slotted the new spooky couple in there. Selena Vega, she won Queen of the Ring, United States Women's Champion. I think that's it. They weren't doing nothing with her. Aleister Black, he's been with the company a year. I think he signed a 3-year deal and gone. It's he won against Damian Priest in that 6 matches they had. That feud did nothing. I think that hurt both men more than it helped. He beat Randy Orton on SmackDown and Sami Zayn, I think. But besides that, what has Aleister Black done? Nothing. And that's the problem when you have spooky characters and dark characters like Black and Bray and the Wyatts and stuff like that. It's hard because they're just circled in that category of what can we do with them. They like the spooky stuff. What can we do? Sometimes it kills the gimmick or it can help the gimmick, but I don't know. Some people say, "Do you think you see Aleister Black back in AEW?" I don't, because he burned the bridge with that. So we'll see. And a lot of people say too, "Oh, was Selena Vega got the call? Could have been, well, if she's gone, then I'm gone," or was it Aleister Black like, okay, if I'm gone, then she's like, yeah, if I'm gone, she's gone, or if she's gone, I'm gone. Maybe, I don't know. We'll wait to see. And then Vega was saying before that, oh, I didn't get a call from WWE. I got a call from TKO. Yes, and that's what fans are like losing their mind. They're like, oh my god, TKO is making all these cuts. I'm gonna cover more of the TKO thing in the next video I'm gonna do. TKO made all the calls. They have a human resources team. WWE does not have a human resources team anymore. When TKO and WWE merged, why does WWE needed an HR team when TKO already had one? So WWE let all their people go from HR, and now they're under TKO HR. So yeah, that's who you're going to get the calls from. And fans like, oh, Ari Emanuel and the president of TKO, they're sitting down looking at all the lists. Oh yeah, let's get rid of this one. Let's get rid of that one. We'll keep that one because we're paying him low, and we'll keep the rest of these guys for now until we get bored. And no, TKO members are not doing that. They have a quota. They tell Triple H, hey, this is the number you have to maintain. We're a little over that. Get down a little below that. And Triple H is like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So him and Bruce and Nick Khan, they go through the list of seeing, okay, well, we're paying this one a lot of money a year for 2-3 years. They're making over 6 figures. Guess what? When was the last time they were on TV? Yeah, it's been a while. Out of 60 days, maybe they've been on TV for 3 times. Yeah, we're gonna cut that one and start saving some money there. That's what they do. It's okay, your limit's 200. Guess what? We're over 200. We got to bring that down a little more. So that's how it is. It's they brought all these people up from NXT and brought them over the line. Okay, well, now we got to go under that line. Let's start releasing people. That's how that works. It's a business. Uh, this one was a little shocker to me. Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley. Uh, I really can't have most memorable memories of them in WWE besides them winning the tag team belts 2-3 weeks in when they first debuted, and their match at SummerSlam in that ladder match that was stupendous. And then after that, it was just a flash in the pan with them. They're as soon as they debuted, they were on fire, and then 3 months later, 4 months later, they got snuffed out. And then we've seen both of them just backstage with Johnny Gargano trying to make him not depressed anymore. I mean, if I was on SmackDown laying on a crate, I think being depressed would be a complete understatement watching these shows anymore. Yeah, they'll do fine. It's not like these guys are gonna have a hard time finding work. Uh, they've been they were with TNA for several years before they went to WWE. Uh, they will go to AEW. I guarantee that because in end of July, that's when their 90 days are up, and it's a coincidence that AEW Dynamite will be in Detroit by the end of July. So if you can know what's going to happen with that. I don't have to tell you too much about that. Uh, Alba Fire, uh, they weren't doing completely nothing with Alba Fire. She was the former NXT Women's Champion, and she was the NXT Women's Champion. Her former name was Kyla Ray. When she was Kyla Ray wrestling in NXT and NXT UK. She was one of the top female performers there. I liked her work, what she was doing. After her 90 days up, she's not gonna. It's not gonna be hard for her to find any work. I see her maybe the Indies, maybe AEW, uh, maybe TNA, but some people might be iffy with TNA because they again with them TNA has a certain top of the line that they can. All the wrestling companies have a top of the line, and it's okay. We're bringing new superstars in. What are we not going to do with the other superstars? Can we get rid of one or two? I see her maybe wrestling in UK or somewhere else. My next one, Zoe Starks. Zoe Starks, she got hurt about a little over a year ago. She was on the top rope. She was wrestling Rhea Ripley and Kairi Sane in a triple threat match. I think it was in number one contenders for a women's Money in the Bank match. And Zoe Starks went off the top rope and she blew her leg completely out. It was gruesome to watch. She tore ACL, MCL, meniscus, and everything else in the knee, and she got released 2 weeks ago. But she was cleared for action before WrestleMania. So that sucks. Her highest ceiling was Women's United States Champion, Women's Intercontinental Champion. Nothing too crazy. She'll do just fine for herself. Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews has been with the company 11 years. He's been with the company. He's been Intercontinental Champion. I think Tag Team Champion. His best run was with NXT. Excuse me. And when he was Intercontinental Champion during COVID. I know not too many people remember a lot of stuff during the COVID era. What I mean, the last really much from January until now. What was he doing? I think he wrestled once, twice, and I'm not including main event or speed or any of the other shows that a lot of the fans just don't watch. He was backstage most of the time on SmackDown with Matt Cardona and the Motor City Machine Guns, so that's no surprise there. Uh, this one's kind of a little funny to me in a way. Santos Escobar. So Santos Escobar was with the company before. They let him go. His contract ran out, and they wanted to bring him back. But both parties were at a kind of like a standstill. They wanted to bring him back. He wanted to come back, but more money, and he wanted to wrestle more. I mean, when you sign up to be a wrestler, that yes, that's whatever company you want to wrestle for. That's the thing you want to do. I want to wrestle. I don't want to sit at home and collect a paycheck. So they brought him back, gave him a little bit more money, and he told them, I want better storylines, and I want to be on TV more. Okay, no problem. The last match I remember him in was AAA against both El Grande Americanos and uh, Del Doctor Wagner Jr. That was back in January, and he was a little slow during that match. It really wasn't up to speed with everything because I believe he got injured during that match, his shoulder, and he's been out ever since shoulder injury. He has surgery on it and everything, but yeah, it sucks. I can see him probably going to see now that would be interesting if he goes to AAA. AAA is owned by WWE, so I wonder how that would work unless he would go to CMLL or one of the other promotions down Mexico. Uh, Now these are a couple NXT ones. Andre Chase, his best time on NXT was with Chase University. That was the highest. All four of them were going. They already hit the ceiling down there. They weren't going any higher. Uh, that was his gimmick. It just once the Chase U stuff was done, it kind of phased out, and that was it. Uh, the one girl in NXT, Tyra May Steele. I'm surprised they weren't going to do more with her. She was Olympic gold medalist. Uh, she is that. She had wrestling background, I believe, and they nothing. She was on an NXT for a little bit on Level Up. Uh, yeah, and it's let her go like that. I mean, you think somebody like that would it be more kind of up there? Like, okay, that we can probably put her NXT, let her work her way up, maybe like a Jade or somebody like a maybe it could have been an opponent for like a Ripley or like a Bianca. I thought they were gonna see something in her like they did Bianca. I don't know. Another one. I didn't see much of his work. He was in NXT. Uh, Dante Chen. Uh, Dante Chen. He wrestled in TNA. He was in AEW a little bit. I barely seen his work. Maybe a couple matches. I really can't say too much on him. Yeah, he was in WWE for 5 years. I think he tweeted out too that he was in WWE for 5 years, and in 5 years he wrestled 146 or 47 matches, and he seems like he was very happy about that. I mean, that's good work. 5 years wrestling 147 matches. That's really nothing to be kind of proud of. That's almost 50 matches a year. Uh, yeah. I mean, you should be wrestling over you should be wrestling over 100 matches a year. But that's all we can say about that. High rise. Uh, Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe. These guys were NXT. Uh, they were in WWE for six months. Again, I haven't seen these guys constantly or a lot. I can't go off of much. Yeah, they were on Level Up and stuff like that. They had a feud with NXT Tag Team Champions Hank and Tank. And besides that, I really can't. And they had feuds with No Quarter Catch Crew, the OC, stuff like that. So it's really, I guess they really didn't seem develop or anything like that. Then the other one, Luca Crucifino, again, he was on Level Up. He had a couple feuds. He was in tournaments. He was with Tony D'Angelo, NXT Tag Team Champions. And that's really it. Nothing too really off the wall with him. Carly Bright, she was in NXT. I believe she wasn't around for that much either. She was around for since 2022, so 3 years. She was on NXT Evolve. She was Evolve Women's former champion. So yeah, tag team partner. She was tag team partners with Kendall Gray. Yeah, and then I guess she was on at NXT in 2024. So yeah, and that's the thing with NXT. I don't know how it is with Evolve or LFG, but when you're in NXT and they sign you, you have between a I'm hearing 4 and 6 month window they give you. If they don't see you improving, getting better, adapting, learning, then after the 4 months, they let you go. So you really got to get yourself over with everything. And it's, if one gimmick's not working, you hope for a gimmick change and see if that works. If not, you're you're in deep waters. And this other NXT person that got released, Malik Blade, who he was in WWE for 5 years, and NXT. Again, didn't see much of his work. He was trained by WWE Hall of Famer Devon Dudley. He was at the Performance Center in August 2021, alongside the like Solo Sikoa, Tiffany Stratton. He was on 205 Live. And then running his run in NXT. I don't remember a lot of his work in NXT. He was in the Dusty Classic. He got injured. He underwent surgery for a torn ACL and meniscus months later. So that really will put you out there. But yeah, here's some WWE LFG releases they did also. Chris Island, Serena Linton, and Trill London. These guys were all LFG competitors. They never made NXT, I believe. They were on Evolve. Some of them were on NXT live events. So when they were doing live events, that's what they were on. Yeah, these guys were kind of bottom of the barrel, not too. They were still kind of trying to break into it. Some of them were on season 1 and season 2 at LFG. I don't know. Maybe they weren't going fast enough for the coach's liking and everybody else. So they get rid of him, and I mean that's what happens at times when you're not performing or increasing or getting better. They'll look at you and it's like, no, you're not improving, you're not doing nothing. We're gonna let you go, and that's it. And those were the ones the Friday after WrestleMania, and these were the ones that happened yesterday. The New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. That was kind of a out of nowhere with those two. So the stories behind that is their deal wasn't coming up because they signed a deal, I think, right after COVID or during COVID or something. I think there was a 5-year deal with New Day. So TKO wanted to restructure their deal and everything for less money and everything else. And both parties were at a disagreement. So both parties, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and TKO, they decided to go their separate ways. And that's how the New Day got released. And then the next one, Tangaloa and JC Mateo, two members of the MFTs. JC Mateo debuted 2 years ago. And that's he 1 year ago. Sorry about that. Debuted at Backlash, and a year later released. That they have nothing for him. They bring these guys in with the hopes of maybe they'll have something for him, but it's a lot of these superstars, male and female, that they're bringing in, especially the males. They're already 38, 39, 40 they're bringing in, and it's, well, we're not going to be starting at the age 40. We want younger blood in here. So, yeah, we're not going to pay a 40-some-year-old's $250,000 a year when we could be paying somebody like a Tiffany Stratton or a Obafemi a little bit more, and they're younger, when we're going to get 10 plus years out of them instead of a JC Mateo when we only might get another 3. And Tungaloa. Tungaloa doesn't have the best track record in WWE for spots, especially when it comes to run-ins or interference or stuff like that. I don't know. It's something else with all these releases and everything. Is it budget cuts? Yeah, sure. It's budget cuts. It's money. It's age. It's all that stuff rolled up into one. Wouldn't be surprised more if we start seeing more superstars released come the near future, because TKO wants to restructure their contract and everything. And they're going to be like, nope, we're done. Some of them are going to go to other wrestling promotions, and some of them are just going to retire out. Yeah, but the funny thing is with that is all these superstars that are getting released. Roman Reigns signed a new 3-year deal at weekend of WrestleMania for more dates. I'm still not believing that, and and word just came out today that they had Roman Reigns penciled for May appearances for all Monday Night Raws and Backlash, and all of June, and now they canceled all of his June dates. So yeah, he's more dates for Roman and this and that. Like he said at WrestleMania, yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that with all the part-time stuff. And I was the only one saying at the time, bullshit. It's not happening. And who was right about that? I'm the only one that was right about that because I saw it coming. I know how that man is. It's, yeah, oh, we want you to work more days. Okay. So he's going to work all of May, off of June, come back, what, a handful in July or all of July? And then, sure, he might work all of July because he'll have a month off, a month of work. And then guess when SummerSlam is? First weekend in August. And guess what he's doing? He's dropping that belt. Summer. He said summer from June until August. Once August ends, he's dropping that belt. We won't see him to Survivor Series or Royal Rumble. And you could copy that, and you could quote me on that because I will be right once again. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. All these releases suck, but a lot of these superstars, the male and females, they're going to find work for them. It's not going to be hard. Companies are going to be just waiting for their 90 days. All the NXT superstars that got released, they have a 30-day window, non-compete. All the ones that were on SmackDown, they got a 90-day non-compete. They will find work. There's no doubt about that. Thank you for your time. I wanted to try to make this short and sweet and to the point. More content to come. We're going to be we're live for Raw and SmackDown and pay-per-view / PLEs Mondays and Fridays, and the pay-per-views either Saturdays or Sundays. And we thank you. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Kick, Twitch, TikTok, and X. Thank you. We love to do this, and we are one follower at a time and subscriber. Thank you.